Isaiah 10:1-4, affluent devils, and child trafficking. But first, please help my humble channel to grow. Like, subscribe, share, comment, any combination thereof, because you beautiful on the inside and you beautiful on the outside. Woe to those who decree iniquitous decrees, and the writers who keep writing oppression, to turn aside the needy from justice, and to rob the poor of my people of their right, that widows may be their spoil. I put Kamala Harris there because while in California, while she was the Secretary of State, I was still living in Los Angeles. She passed a horrible law that really harmed single black mothers and their children more than anyone. I don't want to go into detail, but that definitely applies to her. Okay, and that they may make the fatherless their prey. What will you do in the day of punishment, in the ruin that will come from afar? To whom will you flee for help? And where will you leave your wealth? Nothing remains but to crouch among the prisoners or fall among the slain. For all this, his anger has not turned away, and his hand is stretched out still. So that's God's going to judge them for what they've done to the poor, to fatherless, making the fatherless their prey. So I put affluent devils and child trafficking because the primary children that are being trafficked today, post-pandemic, are all of these undocumented illegal children who came to the U.S. without their parents. And these children are being trafficked, slave trafficked, organs trafficked, and I believe they are being child sacrifice trafficked all over the country. Minimum 85,000, but probably several 100,000 of these children are missing because they're so-called sponsors, some of whom try to sponsor as many as 100 different children. They call a month later to check up on the child and nobody answers. They can't get in contact with them. This is what they're doing. This is what happens when you're wealthy, affluent devil, and you know people are dying, starving to death in the third world. You know people are dying on the streets in the U.S., some veterans even. And you just want to show off your wealth and live as awesome as your wealth will allow. This really applies to everybody, not just the wealthy, but in this case I'm talking about the affluent because those are the ones who are getting these children. God's judgment's coming, and it's coming big time on this nation. I'm here to tell you, God's judgment is coming, and it is coming big time, and they are not going to get away with what they're doing. I pray every day that God's judgment comes primarily to put an end to this child trafficking. And he is going to have food, save about a month's worth of food, 1 to 3 months. You decide what your neighborhood needs, where you're living, because God's judgment is coming. I suspect it will come before the next election in November. We'll see. God bless.